Let's talk a bit more about China's ambitious space exploration roadmap. I'm joined now by Yang Yuguang. He's vice chair of the Space Transportation Committee at the International Astronautical Federation. We've chatted a lot in recent years about the space program in China. It's a big, important mission. Can you talk to us about it?
Well, you see, Mike, the Shenzhou 15 mission will be the last mission in our construction phase and also the last manned mission. You see that the T shape of the station has already been formed, but we cannot simply recognize this as the completion of the station. We still have a lot of work. As you mentioned, there are so many important missions. During the Shenzhou 14 mission, we just have the visit of the Wentian and the Mengtian module, and finally transposition from the front docking port to the side docking port to form the T shape. But the integration of all kinds of systems, for instance, such as the environmental control and the life support system, it is a regenerative one. And also the combination of the power supply system, the thermal control, the attitude control, the communication, telemetry, and the telecontrol, and also the other critical system together. So all these are the very critical tasks for the Shenzhou 15 crew. Moreover, you see that the Shenzhou 15 crew will mount or install 15 scientific research racks on board the station. It is most of the racks, so you can see how important this mission is. And it will be the phase to turn from the construction to the scientific research, exploration, and so on.
Yeah, you're talking about some of the highlights that we're going to be looking at. One of the things that I found interesting was listening to the taikonaut talking about that sense of pride. And I know that you've been very avidly interested in the space program, watched it as it is advanced to the stage that it's at right now. Can you talk about that sense of pride, not just in the taikonaut and the crews, in yourself as well, and the people in China?
Well, you know that of course this time we will see the 6 astronauts in space simultaneously. So it is already very common in other countries. You see that the handover in orbit. The first this kind of things happened during the Mir station of the former Soviet Union, and also absolutely for the International Space Station, every crew hand over just before they left the station. So it is the right time, the right moment for China to conduct this. But of course, it is a historical moment for China and for all Chinese people. 6 astronauts in orbit, that will be very great. And also, you see, as you mentioned, the crew this time, although the first one and the second one belongs to the first batch, they've already more than 50 years old, but they are still strong enough and also well qualified for this mission. And moreover, you see that although this will be a change from, as I mentioned, the change from the construction to the ordinary operation, but still there are many challenges. They will first test the cargo airlock this time during their flight, because you know that the EVA spacesuit has a limited lifespan. So the cargo airlock will greatly reduce the burden of the astronauts on extravehicular activities, and this will expand the capability of China in doing experiments, research outside the station.
You know, China's plans very ambitious. They include a lunar base and a manned mission to the moon. Can you talk to us about that as well?
Great. So you see, you may already notice that the China National Space Agency has announced an International Lunar Research Station, but that will be an unmanned research station first. In the future, also, as introduced by the chief designer of China Manned Space Program, Mr. Zhou Jianping, we are already ready for the future lunar mission. You see that that maybe probably will happen before 2030. And moreover, you see that we already have great breakthroughs in some of the key technologies. For instance, the rocket engine used on the new generation launch vehicle, which can have the capability of sending more than 27 tons of spacecraft to the translunar orbit. And also, the new generation spaceship, mainly used in the future, has already been tested in 2020 prototype. And also, in the future, we will also prepare the lunar lander and also the EVA spacesuit for the work on the moon. My friend, Ms. Wang Yaping, the first space teacher of China, has expressed her wish to the social media, major medias of China, that she wants to walk on the moon. So in the future, I hope that she can not only walk on the moon, but also eat Chinese moon cake on the lunar surface.
That would be quite a feat indeed. Yang Yuguang, always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much.